Hello, welcome to part one of the NWS Albany Spring 2024 SKYWARN Spotter Training. My name is Brett Rathbun and I will lead you through this part of the course. There are different ways you can take SKYWARN Spotter Training in order to become a SKYWARN spotter. We do recommend a live in-person or virtual SKYWARN training session. We host several of these each spring and each fall to cover the convective and also the winter weather across the NWS Albany forecast area. We do understand that not everybody can partake in some of these lessons, so we do have additional online training available. One of them is taking part in this 6-part YouTube video series. And after you complete all 6 videos, you can visit our website for a link to take a quiz, to receive credit, and then become a SKYWARN spotter. You can also partake in a ComEt Med-Ed module, which is an online course which is approved and recognized by the National Weather Service. By taking these 2 lessons, a quiz and certificate will be received from you within the ComEt modules, which you can then forward over to us. For any information on any of these SKYWARN training sessions and availabilities, please visit our website for more information. Here is a quick outline of how the training will work. So part 1, this part will cover just a brief introduction about the National Weather Service and get a little bit into spotter safety. Part 2 will cover severe weather products and climatology. Part 3 will be a 2-part series on thunderstorms, the first one covering clouds, lightning, and hail. Part 4 will consist of more thunderstorms, including damaging winds and tornadoes. Part 5 will go over heat, excessive rainfall, and flooding. And Part 6 will cover tropical systems and sending reports to the National Weather Service. After you complete each video, feel free to visit the SKYWARN section on our website to take a short quiz and become certified as a SKYWARN spotter. For those already certified as a SKYWARN spotter, feel free to go through these lessons as just a refresher of all the material. If you do receive an 80% or greater on the quiz, you will pass and then receive a certificate and a local spotter help sheet by email in the coming days. So who are we? We are one of 122 different National Weather Service offices across the entire country, including Alaska, Hawaii, Guam, and Puerto Rico. Our office here at Albany, New York, is located at the University of Albany E-Tech building, which stands for Emerging Technology and Entrepreneurship Complex. Our staff consists of various different people, including management, including a meteorologist in charge, warning coordination meteorologist, science and operations officer, and an electronic systems analyst. We have 13 general and lead meteorologists on shift. We also have 3 electronics technicians, an information technology officer, observing program leader, senior surface hydrologist, and an administrative support assistant. We operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The weather doesn't end across the entire country, and neither do we. We forecast for portions of 4 different states, including New York, Vermont, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. Most of our region covers the eastern part of New York, but we do have 2 counties in Vermont, 1 in Massachusetts, and 1 in Connecticut. We border 6 other offices, including Burlington to the north, Portland or Gray, Maine to the east, Boston to the east, New York City to the south, Binghamton to the west, and then Buffalo to the west. We are also the state liaison office for New York State, so we are very close in touch with our local partners and state partners in order to send a collaborative and consistent message about the weather across the entire state. This map shows part of the NWS Albany coverage area. So actually 1/3 of our county warning area is located at elevations of 1,500 feet or above. You can see on the image on the left, we have quite various terrain. And you can see kind of 2 valley areas, one going north-south and one going east-west, but we are definitely surrounded by different types of terrain. On the right are just some of the primary geographic descriptors of our area. So we have various different terrain areas, including the Mohawk and the Hudson River valleys, and also some higher elevation areas, including the Adirondacks, Catskills, Taconics, Southern Green Mountains in southern Vermont, Berkshires in western Massachusetts, and then also the Litchfield Hills in northwest Connecticut. Our hydraulic area of responsibility is mostly located within the Northeast River Forecast Center. And on the right side, you can see some of the major river basins that we focus for in our hydraulic surface area. The main ones include the Mohawk and the Hudson rivers, but we also have several other rivers that we keep track of, including the Housatonic, Schoharie, and also the Sacandaga, just to name a few. Our goal with this and several other training is to ensure a weather-ready nation. How we do this is to just provide forecast information that can support emergency managers, first responders, and also the public to help make fast and smart decisions to save lives and property. By partaking in this lesson and learning more about weather and becoming a SKYWARN spotter, you are actually helping to spread the word and inspire others to take actions that you have learned and help our great nation become more weather ready and save lives during any hazardous weather events. Severe weather hazards generally include 5 different features, including tornadoes, large hail, severe winds, flooding, and lightning. Over 280 fatalities occur each year in the United States from thunderstorm-related hazards. Including on this slide are just some of the safety measures that you can take with each of these 5 different hazards. We will get into plenty more of these as you go throughout this lesson and several other lessons to come. Wireless emergency alerts can definitely help alert you when significant weather threatens. When we have any type of life-threatening situations coming your way, sometimes wireless emergency alerts are sent by government authorities to your mobile phone device just to help keep you aware of the dangerous weather that is coming. In terms of flooding, definitely prepare for floods before they happen. Flooding can occur any time of the year, not just during the summer months. Ways you can do that is to find out if you're in a floodplain. Determine the roads that are most likely to flood, and identify the fastest way to seek higher ground if flooding impacts your area. And most importantly, never drive around barricades. These are there to help guide vehicles away from flooded roadways and help limit the potential for fatalities. Most flood fatalities occur in vehicles. It's also important to not drive around barricades because you don't necessarily know how deep the water is as well. And even if the water has receded, the ground may still become unstable. So definitely keep track of any flooded roadways and try to find an alternate route if possible. When it comes to receiving reports or trying to send reports to us, your safety is always number one. We never want to put anybody in harm's way just to receive a report from you. So always think about safety first. This is the end of part 1. Feel free to move on to part 2 or other parts in this lesson to learn more about spring and summer weather across the NWS Albany forecast area. Thank you.